Hi everyone, welcome back. After the long holiday we took at the end of the year, we want to continue from where we left off in the last time. We stopped the class. We unwrapped the backrest and we tested out our UV unwrap with different maps. We used some map that are stripped like map, and we used this one. So, and we did mention that the unwrap will depend on the map that will be used. Okay, we saw examples of strip maps that we could use, and how that will affect the map or the way we unwrap the object. For example, let's hide this. Let's just pick one of these. Okay, let's pick this one here and let's just hide the rest. Or let's pick this and then isolate them over. So if I have this, okay, and before unwrapping this, there are ways to make our work easy. Okay, first thing to look at is these two chair handrests are the same. So okay, so I can work on one, duplicate that and put that here. Okay, in essence I could unwrap all of these, unfold, relax the wrapping, make sure that this one here is looking good, and copy this and put that here and attach them back together. Okay, so those are simple ways to make things easy. That's why I mentioned earlier that it's advisable to unwrap your model as you model them along the way. Okay, texture unwrap as you model are some things that you have to repeatedly do, which if you have unwrapped them, it makes your life easy. So I'm going to grab all of these and delete them, or I'm going to just separate them from the mesh. Okay, so that I can align it back to itself. So I will center its pivot on itself and just hide it. Okay, the same thing too applies to this one here. This is a separate element of the mesh. I could just remove this one, extract this one out and hide it. Okay, I think that's the way I'll hide it there. Now just work on all of this one here. Okay, when I'm done, I'll just replicate this and get the other one. Now how I want to unwrap this will depend on the map that we used. Okay, so for best practices, unwrap it in a way that you hide the seams where the eyes will not really see. So what we mean by that is, if we are to, let's clear out the history. If we are to look at, let's give this guy a good map. Look at a particular file that we saw earlier in the slide, this one here. If we use this to unwrap, okay, we have to do more work. Okay, first of all, let's reset the UV that Maya gave us by default. I'm going to go to UVs, camera base. Okay, what it does is, let me undo that. What it does is, if you open your UV editor and look at the way you want to have your projection, Maya will just project a map from the way the camera is placed, the perspective camera is placed directly on the model. That's mean of the camera based projection. Okay, if I click on this, I'll see the same way I have it here. So this map is projected from the perspective view camera. So I have this, all right, just a way for me to reset the UVs that Maya gave it by default. Now let's start to unwrap this. I'm going to push that one away. I'll grab, let's say for instance, I take one of the first approach I had in mind, just to demonstrate one of those pitfalls you could encounter. If I grab this, okay, and grab all of this here, sorry, this one here and this one here. All right, I could decide to just grab all of this and cut them as a separate UV out here. Okay, I'll repeat the same thing down here too. Here and here, UV, cut UVC. All right, so let's say I have just this one and I decide to just cut the base of the other one here. Just double click on one edge, you grab the whole thing down there, and I also double click here So we're going to cut this one too. Cut UV edge. So it basically convert the selection of edges to UV seam. Okay, the place where Maya will cut the UV out. Right. So we could grab all of this, and if you want to undo that effect, you grab, instead of cut, you have sew. Okay, sew it on back there. I'll do the same thing here too. Okay, I want to just sew those ones back. Sew it up back. Right. Now if I cut UVs this way, if we see if we go down to our UV editor, not set, sorry, the editor itself, it's like I place. Okay, let me bring that back up here. Scale this one down a little bit so that we see we have space here. Okay, if you go to the shells now, this one, now we have different shells because we've just made some UV cuts. This is a shell, this is a shell, and this is under shell. Now if I grab all of these and fold, Maya will give us some kind of unfold. All right, I'll grab them back again and go down to layout, just to arrange them in this box, because everything that is in this box is what we expected out if you are painting map from other softwares like Photoshop, CorelDRAW, and so on. So we're arranging them all in this box here. Okay, this area. So we have these UVs for us. All right, this is the default way. Now Maya creates as Maya try to unfold it after we click on the unfold button. Now if you see how this is, it will really look good from the look of things. All right, it will look nice. Let's even let's repeat this map. I'm going to blow away some history that I don't want here. Come down here and let's say 5 by 5. I'll repeat this UV 5 by 5. I'm tiling this map over 5 times by 5 times in U and V directions. So I have this. Now this could work for some people. This could not work for some other people. In essence, we have a disconnection, and it's very visible here. Okay, if we unisolate this, all right, this part could hide out, but how about here? Okay, one thing to do is we could just actually pick all the UVs here and sew them. Okay, and likewise here too, and sew them back up, but you have to be careful in doing this. All right, so these UVs are visible, these ones too are also visible, two visible anyway, that's it, two visible. So this one's okay, could hide like it's hidden. Okay, could fly. If you hide the other base here too, eyes might not see it at all, and that's it, could fly, you know. But one thing to do is, instead of doing this, we could now come down here and grab these edges, this one here, grab these ones that are disconnected. All right, and let's see if we could sew them back up. After sewing them back up, we have this. Okay, now we also do the same for this one here. Grab this, grab this, this, okay, and grab the same one here. UV, so UV seams. All right, now let's grab our shell again and unfold. Okay, now Maya is starting to twist everything out for us, which is not interesting at all. See? Okay, now those places that look disconnected earlier, okay, we still have, okay, they are gone. All right, like here and here, we can't see them anymore. So instead of doing it this way, all right, one thing we could do is we could manually weld or sew some seams back, okay, rather than folding this other way. So what we could do, we can undo this, undo those things back up, undo, Ctrl Z, undo. Could grab the shells, grab this one, and check out where we have the disconnection here. Okay, Okay, so I think this side here belongs to this. If you hover your mouse cursor on the edges of your shells, you see the corresponding edge where it belongs to in the actual model in 3D. All right, so this side now belongs to that side. That means if I move this shell, take it here, turn it the way around this way. Okay, and bring it close to this point, and I see this. You see that I have this. All right, so one way to solve this manually is to just weld some of these things together here. Okay, I want to actually weld this one here, not that side, this places. Okay, and this one has to do with these ones we have here. Okay, and here too has to do with this other side. All right, not the one inside. The one inside is actually hidden from all of this. So all I need to do is to grab this UV shell, pick it here and rotate them backwards. So they face just this one here. Okay, just weld some few part of this and we are done. We'll grab this one too the same way. Okay, so the essence of doing this is we are trying to remove these visible boundaries we have here. Okay, and we're doing that. We could even unwrap this differently. We could weld and relax these ones here, and that will be okay. All right, so we could weld or sew them together back. Okay, one thing to do here is to hold down your right mouse button, go to tools and hit sew. Okay, like I said earlier, if you hover your mouse cursor over some of these, you'll see where they belong. So we could sew these ones together up to the point where we need them. We could even do them right here from the viewport, right? Just to know where we want to stop. Like I want to stop down here. I don't want to go beyond that point. Okay, and the same way too, I can sew this one. I could increase the brush size and sew. And I could just grab this and UV sew UV edge. Okay, and I have that. Now I have these two things here welded here. Okay, now this is one shell. They now belong to the same shell with this. So instead of using unfold, if I use unfold, I might not get what I want. Okay, I might come down here and use optimize. Right, I will increase the brush size by hitting the B key. Okay, anytime you have a brush, you can always use the B key to change the size of the brush. I can optimize this area here. Okay, I will allow for some overlapping of the UV first for now. Okay, sometimes it could be preferred if the final model looks good, and that will just be the final way we'll use it. Okay, and I have this. Now look at the model again here. See that those boundaries are gone. Okay, they are no longer visible. They are gone there. Just that we have this one here, and this is intentional because we assume that those areas will be hidden. Like this one too is gone. All right, we could solve this one too the same way. Could look for where we have them here. We could even have them. We could even pick them right from here, than going all the way to UV editor. We could pick them here and UV so UV. All right, and could use the optimize and just optimize these ones here. Let me undo this rather for now and grab. Let me undo this. Grab this shell, move it close at least. Okay, if it's close enough, then optimize can do its work. Otherwise, we have to use unfold, and unfold we mess up the entire work again for us, which we never want. So this edge belongs to this area. So what it means, I have to rotate this one 90 degrees or 360 degrees round. I have this and this. So now I can grab this, scale it up a little bit, so it's around that length, and use my sew tool to sew it either from here, or I can just do it from from here. Okay, I think I'm more comfortable doing it from here so that I know exactly what I'm sewing up. Sew that guy up and could grab this, optimize and just optimize our work here. Okay, or even just use our fold some parts half up there. Okay, instead of unfolding all the entire shell, just unfold just these areas that are under the brush. Okay, so that way there's no boundary there that is seen. That one has been solved. Okay, so this could pass because this is smooth, there's no boundary here. Okay, there's no boundary around the visible areas of our object. So we could say that of course you have to put your model inside the box. All right, now we could say that this is good and we just copy this. Okay, put it aside. Let's unhide the one we detached earlier. Click on this, click on that. Windows, or sorry, modify, match our transformations, and I will flip this one the other way. Okay, -1 in X scale, we flip it. I could pick this old one and delete it or even hide it away. Okay, so that's gone. Now these two, I could grab this and hit combine, and they now belong to each other again. All right, so this is the same thing I'm going to do to the base here. Okay, but the base is just one instead of two. I'll just unwrap this and attach it back to these two pieces. Okay, so now let's move right to that point in another video. Bye.